I will be the first to admit that I was not very impressed with Nintendo's 2020 outing on the Nintendo Switch. In terms of first party games, we had Hyrule Warriors, Paper Mario, Animal Crossing, and Mario 3D All Stars as like the really heavy hitting titles. And, well, yeah, I had a lot of fun with 3D All Stars and a lot of fun with Animal Crossing. I think it's safe to say it was not Nintendo's strongest year for the Nintendo Switch in terms of software. Well, 2021, we are returning to E3 after a year-long hiatus in a new format, and there seems to be a couple notable absentees, being the big two, Sony and Microsoft, but we do still have plenty of presence from the likes of Capcom, Nintendo, and more, and I want to talk about how, even though I think people are a little iffy on E3 this year, this could be Nintendo's biggest E3 ever, period. That's what I want to talk about in this video. I was just thinking about this. There's so much good stuff that's ready to be shared with us, and I want to talk about the known entities, the possible entities, and then the probable entities as well. Let's start with the known entities. The first is Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. The main thing I want to talk about this is because in the last Nintendo Direct, Eiji Aonuma went up on stage, well, digital stage, and he said more information planned later this year. That makes me think we're probably going to be getting some kind of information at E3. Zelda is an E3 kind of thing. They show Zelda at E3. I would be blown away if we don't see Zelda at E3, but we do see it at some later event. This is when all eyes are going to be on Nintendo. And I really think that Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is definitely something we will be seeing. Next is Metroid Prime 4. So we know that this has kind of been worked on, but the last update we got from this game was over 2 years ago, guys. And keep in mind, I know that games take a while to make, but 2 years is definitely long enough to show something about the game. And keep in mind that this game was revealed to us all the way back in 2017. So I know they said they scrapped everything, but let's pretend that they didn't scrap quite everything. We don't even know how long the game was being developed before that. So there could be a decent chance that this game is a little bit closer to being complete than we anticipate. So I really think it's time to show some Metroid Prime 4. The next thing I want to talk about are some probable entities. One probable entity for sure is Smash Ultimate. There is a nice storied history of Smash Ultimate characters being revealed either at big events like the Game Awards or at Nintendo Directs, and E3 has actually shown multiple characters be revealed in the exact same Direct. Not only that, but we are actually a couple lining up with it's time to see a character. If you look at the time gaps between each Smash character, we are right in line to be getting a nice reveal at E3. I don't think anyone would be surprised if we saw the next Smash character. I'm pretty hyped for that. Let me know down below what you think the next character is going to be. Now, for the possible entities, which I still think are probable, by the way. And I think one of them ties in with my known entities of Breath of the Wild 2 and Prime 4. But let's start with the other one. Bayonetta 3. That's kind of up there with Prime 4. They claim development is going smoothly. We just need to see the game at this point. I think it's been long enough that we should be able to finally get at least some kind of additional teaser on Bayonetta 3. But the Switch Pro, that's the one thing that has leaked in Bloomberg as having an OLED screen, more powerful console, using NVIDIA's DLSS for upscaling to 4K, which works very well. I have a RTX 3000 series, so I'm able to leverage that. It is quite impressive technology. Among some other niceties, we actually have a whole video on it if you want to check it out. But yes, the Switch Pro. I think it's been long enough. The Switch has been out for 4 years. It makes sense to do a hardware revision as we are in the second half of its life, kind of like the PS4 Pro and the Xbox Series. Xbox One X. They change the names in very bizarre ways all the time. But yeah, Switch Pro, I think it's definitely time. Some people are itching for an upgrade. Some people's batteries are getting a little loose. Some people's Switches maybe have deteriorated, scratched, whatever. Now's the time to prey on people for an upgrade. But these two games, Prime 4 and Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, I think would be a great showcase for this new Switch technology. I think it could be a good flagship game to launch with the Switch Pro. So will we be seeing the Switch Pro this holiday? I sure hope so. Regardless, this is a pretty stacked lineup. We could be seeing a new Zelda game, a new Metroid game, almost definitely seeing a new Smash character with a new Switch console, and plenty of other stuff. I'm going to do a more dedicated video to E3 2021 for Capcom, Nintendo, and more as we get closer to the date. But for now, this is just kind of the thoughts that I have for early assessment. Anyways, let me know what you think down below, and I will catch you next time.